Welcome to a new video, my friends. Today, the title of the movie What is Eating Gilbert Grape came to my mind. Why would something like that get stuck in my mind? I was not thinking about any of those characters from the movie. And then I thought, it's probably because I've been contemplating. Most of the day today was very rainy, February 2nd, Groundhog Day. 6 more weeks of winter, he said. But anyways, I've been contemplating about what is eating me. What is on my mind? What has been really deeply bothering me in the last little while? This getting older brings lots of different emotions and feelings and thoughts in my head. And unfortunately, most of them throw me into melancholy, or they are not quite beneficial for the joy or the positive outlook in my everyday life. Not only that I am aging, my parents, who are still alive, are aging far away across the ocean. And as much as the understanding on both sides is there that it's not possible for me to be close to them, not right now. If it can happen in the near future, a lot would depend on how I feel. And maybe that's why I've been working also so hard to get myself more together. Stand strong on my both feet and let my mind support me for once, not to fight me. Because when it's fighting me, it weakens me. Since any kind of offer from doctors, when it comes to a medicine to take for the mind, therapy was also mentioned. Cognitive behavioral therapy, they call it. Change the way how one thinks or views the reality. Well, that's not free. But I got lucky and I got 3 free sessions to talk to someone. I've talked to her twice, Mrs. Sharon. And in these 2 little sessions, my focus was to discuss what has been really eating me. When it comes to my ties to the family and how much more I would like to do if I could, but I can't. It is mostly thoughts of my mother that comes to my mind daily. When I come late at night or first thing in the morning, that's very hard to deal with. So when I talk to Mrs. Sharon, the therapist, I told her what I felt. And I tried to find some sense in how to maybe dial it down so it wouldn't harm me in such a powerful ways. And she said it was very normal to be attached to one's mother. And when she goes to visit hers, who is still alive in the 90s, who lives 1 hour away from her, every time she leaves, she feels sadness. We all are here a limited time, and so will my parents. We all get there one day, to that other side, as they call it. But I have to put myself together to go visit them. Maybe it will be for the last time. Maybe it's going to be the last moments we can have together. I cry a lot. And that's also the sign of fragile mental health. Or is it? The melancholy that overwhelms me over the things. Like last week, taking the Christmas tree down. I cried. Now, why did I cry? Is it because I'm so wrapped up into Christmas and I couldn't see that decor to let go? No, not at all. But I had a moment that I thought of these past Christmas holidays, how unwell I was, how sad it was, and not only for me, also my family was not doing very well. And then I thought, as I was putting those ornaments away, I said to myself, till the next year, little tree, if I live to that day. Because that's how I see every future event. Nothing is guaranteed. I have one more session with Mrs. Sharon on Wednesday, next Wednesday. We'll see what else she has to say. Frankly, the therapies, I've done something in the past, even back in Canada. They don't change us, who we are or how we think. Maybe if you keep going to them for years and years and spend tons of money, but maybe even then, can they really change how we feel and the emotions we attach to the reality, the way we see and understand it with that 95% of that brain that has been programmed in us years and years ago. It was a rainy day today. What a difference from yesterday. So this is when I say up and down she goes. A sort of those kind of emotions today. We cannot be happy up on a cloud number 9 all the time. I understand that. But some just have a gift to keep the emotions on a certain level. And some of us get thrown into different emotions, depending on what we see or what thoughts get stuck in our mind. I don't know if you can relate. So I looked at the video, that little snippet of myself where I cried taking that Christmas tree down. I don't know if you've ever seen yourself cry. Have you? It was powerful. I looked at it, and for the moment I felt so sorry for that Yana there on a picture. I looked at her cry and I said, "Don't cry. It's all good. It could be so much worse, and things will get always figured out. They always fall in place. At least that's how it's been in my life. Eventually it all just falls in place. Maybe because it follows a certain pattern, a journey, a destiny." What has been eating you? What has been on your mind? Do you get this kind of emotions?